Hello YouTube. This is our 12-month, 12,000 mile 2018 JL review. It's our Rubicon. We purchased June 15th, I believe, 13th, 15th. Do you remember, babe?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. And we've had no major issues. None of the other major issues any of the other Jeep purchasers have suffered. We've not had any issues with. We have had some minor issues. One of the ones that irked us right away was the release latch here for the seat. So you can exit if you had the back seat in. You could pull that, and the seat comes forward. It's really flimsy, and if you pull it too hard, it breaks off really easily. One of the other issues I've had it's just a personal thing. I don't like the Uconnect and my phone. As soon as I plug in my phone, it takes over my phone and it tries to go to the car. It takes me forever to disconnect everything. Then another issue I've had is if I played with the settings, I lose my mileage. So that's a couple issues I've had that I don't like. If I play with my in-dash settings, I lose my mileage, so I've left those stock. And every time I hook up the phone to charge it, it connects to the car, and it just makes it a pain in the butt to me. So now I just use a external battery charger for my phone, and I don't connect it to the charge from the vehicle. That way I can use my phone for my maps or filming, and still have the radio or those kind of things on if I like. Some other issues that we've had, the rear bumper, everybody's complained about, and me too. It's pretty flimsy for an aftermarket, not aftermarket, but an option. And it was a $1,200 option for the front and rear steel bumpers. And I do like the front bumper. The front bumper is really cool. But the rear bumper is it's as flimsy as a wet noodle. And they probably did it for weight considerations. And even as flimsy as it is, look at it, you can tell it's been banged around. It's still in pretty decent shape, but it has definitely done a little bit of body damage and rubbed some paint there. You can see it's beats up into the tub a little bit when you hit a rock. So it has dinged up the body there and rubbed the paint off pretty good. So that's one of my biggest gripes. The rear bumper, you can see the plate holder fell off. Another huge gripe that everybody has, are the JL owners, especially Rubicons, are the fender flares. They're kind of flimsy, and they're meant to be breakaway, which I get that. We've broke them off and snapped them. We had to put them back on. But this channel here, where they've raised the fender flare, so you can buy a stock Rubicon and you can fit 35-inch tires on it stock. Well, to accommodate that, they've raised the fender flares, and it creates this channel. And this channel catches all kinds of little stones and pebbles, which rub on your paint and whatnot. And the only consolation I can say is that I knocked my fender flares off enough that I knocked the rocks out of it enough. But that's something that irks me. You can put that. Some people are putting vinyl trim in there and tucking in a filler to help keep the rocks out. But these things they're so flimsy, and I've knocked them around enough that would just fall out too. So that's just one big gripe. All of the new Rubicon owners, I think, nobody really loves the fender flares, us included. One of the other things I think that the new Jeep, the Rubicon especially, they were really lacking in the skids, especially where the tranny and the exhaust, where it crosses over, was really susceptible to damage. And we remedied that with an Evo Protect skid, and I'm very pleased with it. It's done an excellent job of protecting the areas that I was having problems with, especially my exhaust pipe took a lot of hits. So I'm very pleased with the Evo skid, and that's one of the things that I don't care for with the stock skids. Were not very great. Also, the stock, we don't have too many pictures, but here you can see my stock rock sliders. Those were they're marginally adequate. They're for very light wheeling, they're fine. But anything else, they're not adequate at all. And then let's see what else we're going to go into. The soft tops. That's the big difference with the JK and the JL is the soft tops. For sure, the soft top on the JL is much easier to use than the soft top on the JK. You're talking about 5 minutes versus 30 minutes. So definitely I recommend a soft top on the new JL. Way loads better than the JK soft top. See, what are some other positives? Much better gas mileage. We between the 2007 JK and the JL gets way better gas mileage. Especially when it was stock. Even so, now that it's built, with much better gas mileage than the JK. It's a lot quicker than the JK. Also, a lot more quick off the line. So here's some of the aftermarket stuff that we've added. We've added the metal cloak, game changer lift, 2.5 inch lift, comes with the springs, the control arms, the track bars, and the longer sway bar links. Then we've added the Synergy drag link and the Synergy tie rod, and we're running a stock JK steering stabilizer. We blew our stock JL stabilizer on the Rubicon Trail. See, some of the more aftermarket things we've added are the Falcon 3.3s. Then here you can see the control arms. I'll tell you what, those Falcon 3.3s, those are highly recommended. That's one of the best investments I've made. Besides the metal cloak, huge flex, great, really handles the rocks, awesome. We've been Synergy customers for a while, so I'm very pleased with their product. They came out with the JL, great steering stabilizer. But back to the Falcons. Wow, talk about making it like a desert truck with these adjustable, and then you can be a rock crawler, or then you go soft for on-road. Awesome. One of our other upgrades we bought was we've got the Raceline wheels here. Very pleased with these. They're awesome. I like that the ring keeps all the boulders off the pretty anodized red color there. So all the ring takes a beating, but the pretty part doesn't. And we got these BFG KM3s, and as you can see, they're definitely wide. I got the 12.5, and the offset on the wheels kind of sticks out a little bit. So if you don't like getting a bunch of mud everywhere, stay with a narrower. Don't stick your tires and your wheels out like this, because they're great. They do everything that you want them to do off-road. But boy, do they splash a lot of mud all over the place. Let's see here. Oh, another upgrade was we got the Uniden CB radio, which I'm very pleased with. I'll tell you what, for a simple install, great CB. We're probably going to go to ham very shortly. But for a starter, this is a cheap, good starter. I'd get that. I'd recommend the Uniden. Strong little CB. And then I did talk to you a little bit about the Uniden that we added. The Evo skids. We added those, and they helped the stock skids greatly. They really definitely took up the stock skids left off, and they are been tested, as you can see. And they're a lot lighter than the other options, way lighter, much less material. Also, I almost forgot. How could I forget the JCR rock sliders? They got the little rock lights there, and then they got the little holes that you can use to your high lift to jack up your Jeep safely. Very pleased. These things take some abuse, and mine, you can see they've been pretty beat up. I recommend them. That's one of the first things I would say to get better rock sliders. There you go. You can see the jack holes real good right there. Stick your high lift in there and jack up side of your truck. And the rock lights there, real nice. That's about it on our upgrades. Would I stay stock longer? I think probably I would, because you get better gas mileage. When you upgrade all this stuff, it looks cool and everything, but you do lose some ride. You lose some gas mileage. That's about it. Otherwise, it looks way better. Now, the last objective, I wanted to be a combination rock crawler, desert runner, and I wanted to be a overlanding camping rig. So what do we do to make it an overlanding camping rig? We pulled out the back seat altogether. And that fixed, you didn't have to worry about that stupid little breaking that latch. And how do we deal with camping in a 2-door instead of a 4-door Jeep? Well, we cheat. We bring two doors. So not only are we our own recovery team, assist, we can each, we have our own 2 vehicles, but we also can split gear, and that comes in handy. So we each carry less gear, so we're less weight. And that's how we made this desert runner, rock crawling, overlanding truck. Oh, I didn't talk about the winch at all. That's a cool winch. That was what brand is that? The Shitty built? Smitty built. Good winch. Works well. I like it. Handy. Fits in there good. We put in a JCR winch plate on that option steel bumper, and it works out good. I got my little camera, or what do you call it, my antenna in the front bumper there. So that brings our conclusion, our review, 2018 JL. Would I recommend it? Yes, I recommend it. It's a good truck. Has its quirks. It is a Jeep. It has Jeep stuff, but it's a good Jeep, good 4x4. Gets you where you want to go. So please, if you enjoy the video, please like, comment, leave your comments, even if you like or dislike. At least leave a comment, let us know why. And subscribe if you want to see more. I appreciate that very much. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.